Welcome to today's football predictions and bet crafts. Another very beautiful Monday morning, and once again we are back with our predictions as usual. We always look at football games that are going on across the globe, and also looking at the recent history of these very clubs and using those results we use it to make verdicts on the matches that are happening today. All right, that's exactly what we do on a daily basis, and yesterday we did so very well, and we saw most of our predictions yesterday, seeing success, the likes of FC Barcelona having the upper hand against Madrid. That's actually what we expected. Most of the games saw success aside that just one Danish side Singapore that was on, and the only one that wasn't able to produce a lot of goals on that occasion. But aside that, we had a very good outing yesterday, and today we are hoping to do very well as well. Probably surpass yesterday's performance. All right. So we'll be looking at the matches one after the other, but we want to ask those of us who are coming across our videos for the first time. If you're yet to subscribe, take our time to hit the subscription button right now so that you won't be missing out on our subsequent football matches that we predicted on this very channel on a daily basis. All right. With that being said, we head to the business of the day, and we start with the very first match. It is in Turkey Super League, where we'll have Kiryas who will be up against Antalyaspor. All right, we will look at the stats for each of these sides and recent games for both sides. I've seen Kiryas in the last 6 games achieving 4 wins out of the last 6 matches. They've also had 2 draws, but which side Antalyaspor have won 3 games and a draw, losing 2 matches in the last 6 recent matches that they have so far. When you look at how they fared from home and our perspective, you could see that playing from home, the home side, Kiryas have actually been able to achieve 7 victories in the last 10 home matches. They've also had 1 draw, but have lost 2 matches out of those last 10 home appearances. As a matter of fact, the last 6 home matches for the home side saw them winning all 6 home games. Okay, and the last one game was actually against Riserspor, where they won by 1-0 on that occasion. Prior to that, we saw them beating Kasim Pasar from home by 1-0. Okay, and away side Antalyaspor have managed just 1 victory and 2 draws in the last 10 away games, but have lost 7 matches out of those. And the last away game they had was against Sivasspor, and they lost on that occasion by 2-0. Okay, when we put all the stats together, even though we know that the last meeting between these two sides, which happened in December last year, saw Antalyaspor playing from home, winning on that occasion against Kiryas, but we still expect to see the home side taking the victory in this one. Considering the recent form for the home side, so we expect the home side to win outright in this one. Home win. That's our verdict for that very game, and that takes us to the next. It is in Cyprus, first division, where we'll have Lanaka who will be up against Apollon. Okay, for Lanaka, they have been able to achieve 2 victories and 3 draws. They've lost 1 game in the last 6 recent encounters. And away side, Apollon have only managed just 1 draw in the last 6 encounters, losing 5 matches out of those. When you take a look at the performances from home and away basis, you can see the home side of Lanaka have actually won 7 games and 3 draws in the last 10 home matches. They've not lost a single match playing from home in the last 10 recent encounters. And away side, Apollon, the away side have managed 2 victories and 2 draws, but have also lost 6 games. As a matter of fact, the last 4 away games that they had saw them losing all 4 away games. Okay, and on head-to-head basis, the last meeting between the two sides saw them playing out a draw. That was in April. That was last month. But prior to that, on that occasion, Apollon played from home. But prior to that, we saw Lanaka playing from home, having the upper hand, winning this very side by 4-0 from home. So in this very one, we are giving it to the home side. Lanaka, who have shown better promise, who have actually won 7 games and have won their last 2 home matches. To rise to the occasion and win outrightly here. It is the home side to win. That's what we expect for that very encounter. All right, and that will take us to the next game for today. It is in Norwegian Division 1, where we'll have Skyrocket will be up against Lilmrom. Okay, for Said, in the last 6 matches, they've been able to achieve just 1 victory, but have also lost 5 matches out of the last 6 games that they have so far. And the win side at Lilmrom have had 6 wins out of 6 in the entire 6 games that they had. I've seen them winning all 6. They've not lost or drawn any of them. And when you look at how they fared from home and away basis, we see that Sky, the home side, have managed to achieve 4 victories from home. They've also had 2 draws, but have lost 4 matches. All right, the last 2 away games they had saw them losing all 2 away games. And less from the away side have had 5 victories from home, from away rather, and they've also had 1 draw, but have lost 4 matches. All right, the last 5 away games that they had saw them winning all 5 away games. They are trying from at the moment, and in this very one, we know that the last meeting between the two sides saw less on beating this side by 4-2. That wasn't well friendly, and we expect to see the away side continuous dominance here, winning out shortly. So it is away side to win That's what we expect for that very encounter. All right, and that will take us to the next for today. Yeah, also in Norway, but it is in Norway Cup where we'll have Aurelion who will be up against Bodø/Glimt in the Norwegian Cup. And when you look at how they fared in last season's matches for Aurelion, the home side, they had 4 victories and 2 draws. And we side Bodø/Glimt have had 2 wins and a draw, losing 3 matches in the last 6 games. Okay, when you take a look at the performances from home and away basis, we see that Aurelion, the home side, have managed to achieve 5 victories and 3 draws. They've also lost 2 games in the last 10 home match. And away side, Bodø/Glimt have managed to achieve 5 victories and a draw, losing 4 matches from away. And that's no record of head-to-head meeting. Okay, the last meeting for both sides was actually in 2023, and it was with Bodø/Glimt who won. And it has always been Bodø/Glimt who actually have been winning against this very side. The last 10 meetings between these two sides, I've seen Bodø/Glimt winning 8 times out of 10. So in this one, we are expecting the away side Bodø/Glimt to take the day and win convincingly here. Home and away to win outrightly. That's what we expect for that very game. Okay, and the next is in Poland League 1, where we have Wroclaw who will be up against the Akademia. Okay, for Wroclaw in the last recent 6 matches, they've had 4 victories and a draw. They've also lost 1 game, and away side Junior have had 4 wins and 2 draws out of the last 6 games that they had so far. They've not lost a single match out of the last 6 recent encounters. When you take a look at the performances from home and away basis, you see for the home side of Wroclaw, it is 5 victories rather, and 1 draw. But they've also lost 4 matches out of the last 10 home matches that they have so far. The last home game they had saw them losing against Zenit by 2-3. And the away side of Akademia have had 8 victories and 2 draws in the last 10 away games that they had so far. They've not lost any single match in the last 10 away games that they had. Even from home, they have also done very well. The last 10 home games have seen them winning 7 games and drawing 3. They've not lost a single match, the home side. So the last 20 games that they've had so far have seen them winning 15 matches and drawing 5 out of the last 20 games that they've had so far. That tells you that their away side is a very strong side, and they do so very well in this very league. And the last meeting between the two sides saw Genia, who played from home, winning by 2-0. We saw them prior to that also in last year, beating this very side by 2-0. As a matter of fact, the last 3 head-to-head meetings between these two sides have always seen Akademia beating this very side convincingly. Okay, so in this very one, we are giving it to the away side, who have been doing so very well in the last 20 games to either win or draw here. So it is a will win or draw. That's our fight for that very encounter. And that brings our predictions for you today on BetCraft to a conclusion. Wish you the very best of luck and hope your ticket goes green. Remember to also play responsibly. These are football games. Sometimes it may not be exactly what it seems. That being said, tomorrow is another day. We'll be back with our predictions on this very channel. Also remember to like and share our videos so that we get to have more audience on this very channel. So that tomorrow is another day. We'll be back tomorrow. But until that time, keep winning.